Hello everyone, good day to all. This is Mike Padua and we're back to our English version of our update on Typhoon GORIO with international name Podul. And this is for today, Wednesday, August 13, 2025, the day of the landfall of this typhoon. And this is brought to you by Typhoon 2000 and Naga College Foundation. If you want to know about this storm via the Tagalog version, just click on the link up here. And before we proceed, we would like to thank our partners. BPI Sustainability. If you're interested to know more about the BPI Sustainability program of their company, just click on the link here. And also the local government of Naga City, headed by our Honorable Mayor 𝗗𝗶𝗀𝗶𝗺𝗿 and our Vice Mayor 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗹𝗺𝗍𝗏. So it's about maybe just a few moments. This typhoon is about to make landfall over the eastern coastal area of southern Taiwan, over Taitung County. Okay, so that's the area where the storm is expected to make landfall. The eye is beginning to appear on satellite images, especially here using the infrared imagery from Himawari 9, courtesy of easterlywave.com, and it's just moving ashore, okay, in the Taitung County, and it's expected to pass very close to Kaohsiung City later this afternoon. So please take all necessary precautions. Strong winds of more than 120 kph will be expected, gusting up to almost 200 kph, because the storm right now has rapidly intensified because of sudden decrease of wind shear and warm sea surface temperature. High, although the oceanic heat content is not that much, the sea surface temperature is the one that made this system more intense, and it's likely to reach 175 kph before landfall. And this is the area of a very strong or heavy rainfall on the eastern side of the storm. And we could expect also some erratic movement. It depends if the mountains over the southern part of Taiwan will be having some effect on the small circulation of the system. Sometimes when it make a landfall, it will go this way, okay, or go that way, or even pass here or go that way. So it depends on the high mountain range over the southern part of Taiwan. But in the past there are studies that these mountainous areas along the central and northern parts of Taiwan have indeed effects on the motion of this typhoon. And 30 to 60 millimeters of rainfall will be expected today over Batanes group of islands. Somewhere here, but we expect improving weather conditions by tomorrow, Thursday. Here's the radar shot from windy.com. As you can see, the eye wall passed directly over Lanyu Island, and it's now moving fast. It's about to make landfall any moment today, and it's likely at around 11:30 or 12 noon. The eye wall is now over southern Taiwan. So please take all necessary precautions down there or up there in Taiwan, especially the Filipino communities. Okay, and Batanes is now about to have some improving weather conditions. As you can see, the southern rain bands of the storm is starting to move away from Batanes group of islands, particularly late in the afternoon. And here's the another radar shot from cyclonic WX. As you can see, the storm is about to make a landfall any moment over Taitung County. So here's the track of PAGASA. Now here's the track of the Joint Typhoon Warning Center as of 8 a.m. So right now it's currently here. It's about to make landfall. And by tomorrow. Then later tonight, it will be moving into the Taiwan Strait before making its second or final landfall over southern China in the vicinity of eastern Guangdong. Okay, so here's the latest from the all Asian agencies. Okay, PAGASA already updated their position and wind speed. It's at 85 knots, 160. The highest is JTWC is the highest at 165 kph, or 19 knots, and it's about to make landfall over Taitung County. Now, here's the storm signals from PAGASA. Let's refresh this to give you the very latest as of 11 a.m. It's still currently signal number 2, wind signal number 2 over the northern part of Batanes, that's 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗃𝗏, while the rest of Batanes, including Batanes and Basco, will be under signal number 1. So expect improving weather conditions later this afternoon through the evening. Okay, and as you can see here over the southern parts of the Philippines, we have a very slight southwest monsoon. It's known as southwesterly wind flow moving across the 𝗗𝗏𝗃𝗏 Island group spotless, and developing thunderstorms can also be seen here over Palawan and over Sulu Archipelago. Over the sun, we expect again the usual isolated rain showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon or evening, so don't forget to bring your rain gear and umbrellas. Now here's the multimodal diagnostic comparison from CIRA, RAMMB of NOAA. And as you can see here, this is the forecast intensity. There are a few models that suggest that it could reach more than 185 kph, but the forecast is remain at 165 or 175. And then it will dramatically weaken. And here's the wind shear data. As of now, it's still low, but for the next 24 to 48 hours, it will again increase to 30 knots, but it will again weaken come August 14 and 15. But the storm is already making landfall over southern China, so it's not a factor anymore. Okay, sea surface temperature remain high at 29 to 30 degrees. Relative humidity mid-level is still at 60%. As you can see, the structure of the storm is quite small, although it has grown a little bit in size, but only Batanes has been affected by the outer bands of this storm. Here's the rain forecast for the next 24 hours, beginning at 3 a.m. today and 3 a.m. tomorrow. Batanes will still have rainfall of up to 50 or 60 millimeters, okay, or 70. It depends on the actual rainfall. These are all forecasts from the European model, while over the southern parts of Taiwan, we expect rainfall rates of 100 to 200 millimeters, and there might be some reaching more than 200 millimeters depending on how hard or heavy the rainfall will strike the mountains of eastern and southern Taiwan. And if we move this slider tomorrow morning until Friday morning, it looks like Taiwan and Batanes will be back quickly to normal tropical weather, and the rest of the heavy rainfall will be concentrated over southern China because the storm will make landfall tomorrow morning over that area. And for the pressure and wind forecast, so tomorrow Thursday, it will be just a remnant low over southern China, and you can see here some light southwesterly monsoonal flow or southwesterlies, bringing some thunderstorms over Palawan and Sulu Archipelago, as well as here over the spotless that includes 𝗗𝗏𝗃𝗏 Island group. And then on Friday, we expect that there will be a new LPA that will form, especially on Saturday. It might form over the South China Sea or West Philippine Sea. It depends if it's outside of the Philippine area of responsibility. It will be over the South China Sea. And on Sunday, that LPA will move towards the northwest in the general direction of Hainan and southern China, away from the Philippines. But the West Philippine Sea will be rough and dangerous to small sea crafts. Okay. And then on Monday, it will make landfall over Hainan and Leju Peninsula, that low pressure system. It could become a tropical depression because the American model is aggressive, but we are not going to show to you here since it's very erratic when it comes to forecasting the pressure and wind levels of the atmosphere on their own models. Okay, so so far that's the forecast for the next 5 days. Okay, and we will going to observe the weather for the next 2 weeks, because there might be a couple of low pressure system that may form during the last few weeks of August. There is one here, August 24 and 25. There's another one here over the West Philippine Sea or South China Sea. And then on August 27, there's another low pressure that will form here east of Samar. This is quite a concern for August 27. But again, the forecast probability is very low, less than 20%. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the wave forecast right now. If you are over the storm, wave heights here is reaching 7 to 8.5 meters. While over Batanes group, it's really rough and dangerous, around 3 to 5 meters in wave heights. So please take all necessary precautions. How about other parts of the country? The wave heights will remain 1 or less, okay, 1 meter or less. While over the Spratly and Calayan Island group, it's between 1 to 1.5 meters. And as we move towards the next 5 days, it's still the same. The wave heights here over the East Philippine Sea will be 1 meter or less. Over the central waters of our country, very calm and with some light waves of up to 0.5 meter. While over the West Philippine Sea, because of that LPA that is set to form this weekend over the South China Sea, West Philippine Sea area, the wave heights here will be around 2 to 2.5 meters. So it's gonna be rough to small sea crafts. Okay, and let's take a look at the Global Tropics Hazards Outlook from the Climate Prediction Center of NOAA, valid for the next 2 to 3 weeks, wherein the third week is highly uncertain, less than 20% probability. Let's begin with the week 2, August 20 to August 26. As you can see here, we have more than 20% of a tropical cyclone formation over the West Philippine Sea particularly. And we have a above average rainfall because of thunderstorms and possible a little wet phase of the MJO. There might be a little wet phase, but it's not quite strong. So there might be again thunderstorms here, slight southwest monsoon. But again, this is the American model, so we don't know if this will push through. Especially the third week, August 27, September 2, they are predicting more than 40% of a tropical cyclone formation over the Philippine Sea, west and east of the country. But again, this third week remains highly uncertain, less than 20% probability. Okay, because the European model doesn't show anything, just a low pressure system trying to develop over the Western Pacific during the last week of August. Now for the Maritime General Oscillation, those who are asking from the Bureau of Australia, it looks like it will move closer towards the area of the maritime continent. That's Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, and the Philippines is located here. This is the area of the Philippines. So it's quite a weak wet phase. But after that, if we move into the first week of September until September 10, it shows that the MJO wet phase will return over the Indian Ocean. So let's see if this will push through. And for the European model, same. For the next 15 days, it will move a little closer to the area of the Philippines, but it's quite weak. And if we look at the American model, same situation. We still have the dry phase from August 11 to about August 20, but after that there might be a little wet phase over the Philippines and Indonesia area. So that will be August 21 to August 26. But again, this is the American model, so we are going to wait and see what developments will occur. Usually during dry phase or wet phase of bad general oscillation, there might be still formation of tropical cyclones and the enhancement of the southwest monsoon. Let's hope that it will not be strong enough to create flooding across our country. Okay, so there you go. That's the latest for today. Special coverage on Podul with the local name GORIO, which is about to make landfall any moment from now. So likely around 12 noon. Okay, so please take all necessary precautions up there in Taiwan, especially the southern portions. Our Filipino communities there. Please take all necessary precautions. And we'll see you again tomorrow for the final coverage on Typhoon GORIO. This is Mike Padua. Thank you for watching. God bless to all.